In addition to the artifacts that defied scientific explanation, there was another discovery that shocked the investigators. A group of teenagers claimed to have stumbled upon a metallic disc, engraved with lines and patterns, completely alien to anything the scientists had seen before. It was undeniable evidence pointing towards a connection with intelligent life. But it was deemed too unconventional to be credible. And so, the investigations started to take a backseat, and the case gradually faded into obscurity. But why would the government try to hide such compelling evidence? Did they really manage to recover an extraterrestrial spacecraft? What kind of technology was it capable of? And what led to the tragic accident that left behind 2 dead bodies, and one survivor who refused to speak of his past? While the official Roswell report was eventually declared a hoax, one scientist insisted on delving deeper. With the help of the U.S. Air Force, he managed to uncover surprising details about the being from Roswell. In 1948, the United States had just won a decisive victory against Japan. The country was experiencing a wave of optimism and excitement for the future, but there was a darker side to this euphoria. For weeks, the media had been filled with alarming stories of unidentified objects in the sky, sparking fears of a new invasion. This created an environment of extreme suspicion, and led many people to believe that the government would go to any lengths to conceal the truth about extraterrestrials. And then the Roswell incident happened. It set off a chain reaction that would leave an indelible mark on history. In late July, newspaper headlines across the United States announced the discovery of a flying saucer that had crashed near Corona. The excitement was palpable. Many residents rushed to the site, hoping to catch a glimpse of the extraordinary. At the time, Maxwell Leroy was just a young soldier stationed at the Walker Air Force Base. He listened intently to the radio broadcast that day, waiting to hear the latest updates about the mysterious crash. Suddenly, the transmission changed. There was a new directive from headquarters. All personnel were ordered to keep any information regarding the crash site under wraps. The order baffled Maxwell. Why would the military attempt to hide such a sensational discovery? He was soon to discover the truth. That evening, he snuck out of his barracks. Using his knowledge of the area, he moved closer to the crash site. His intention was simple: to get a closer look. As he approached, he noticed a line of military trucks and jeeps blocking the road. Curiosity overcame him, and he decided to take a peek over the fence. What he saw inside shocked him. It wasn't just a crashed aircraft or a bizarre structure. There were bodies lying on a table covered with white sheets. Drawn by an irresistible force, he slipped inside. To his disbelief, he found himself face to face with an alien. The creature was frail, smaller than the average human baby, with thin white skin that looked translucent in the dim light. Its head was disproportionately large, with a roundish shape, and lacked any visible ears, nose, or mouth. 2 round black dots that resembled shiny buttons marked the spot where its eyes should have been. And although it had arms and legs, both were distorted and twisted, making it impossible to determine their original size. Despite its shocking appearance, the creature's features weren't all that striking. What truly captivated Maxwell was the intense gaze emanating from those black button-like eyes. They seemed to hold a depth of intelligence that transcended its physical form. As he stood there, contemplating the bizarre scene before him, he realized that he was actually witnessing something far greater than he could have ever imagined. This wasn't just a simple crash or a bizarre accident. This was an encounter with an extraterrestrial visitor from a world far beyond his own. And the implications of this realization were nothing short of profound. In the days that followed, Maxwell found himself drawn back to the base again and again. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, he began to sneak into restricted areas, hoping to gain more insights into the enigmatic beings that had crashed in Roswell. During one of these clandestine visits, he stumbled upon a second alien, one that was still alive. This discovery sent shockwaves through him. raising a multitude of questions. How did these creatures come to Earth? Was this crash an accident or a planned visit? And most importantly, what was the nature of their existence? Maxwell knew he needed answers, but he was just a soldier. Who was he to question the military's actions? He felt trapped between his duty and his burning desire to understand what was happening. Then one day, while exploring the base, he stumbled upon a secret meeting. It was there that he learned the shocking truth about the being from Roswell. The scientists gathered in the room had a captive audience. The fragile being was placed on a table surrounded by various instruments and devices that the scientists hoped would help them communicate with it. The air crackled with anticipation. Could they decipher the secrets of this extraterrestrial guest? It was during this meeting that Maxwell overheard crucial details about the being's nature. The scientist in charge, Professor Austin, was renowned for his work in theoretical physics and had been called in to advise on the matter. According to what Maxwell heard, the professor revealed that the being was indeed extraterrestrial. It had traveled through the cosmos aboard a unique vessel made of metallic materials and propelled by advanced propulsion systems. The spaceship was capable of traveling vast distances in mere seconds, a feat that defied conventional understanding of physics. According to Professor Otto, the being's body was an enigma. It exhibited characteristics that suggested it was not biologically alive, yet it displayed signs of sentience and intelligence. It possessed a highly developed nervous system and displayed complex reactions to external stimuli. Despite its strange physiology, the being showed no signs of aging, suggesting that its concept of time was vastly different from that of humans. But perhaps the most intriguing revelation was the being's connection to the crashed ship. The professor explained that the being had not been injured in the crash. Rather, it had deliberately abandoned the ship shortly before the impact, leaving behind its crew members. What motivated this decision? Was it an escape, a rescue mission, or something else entirely? As Maxwell absorbed this information, he grappled with the profound implications. If the being was from another world, what did that say about the universe and humanity's place in it? And if it had chosen to abandon its crew, what was the nature of their mission? These questions swirled in his mind, fueling his determination to uncover more. He had stumbled upon a truth that was far grander and more mysterious than he could have ever imagined. His journey was just beginning. Yet, as he pondered these questions, he realized he was on the brink of discovering the greatest mystery of all, the true nature of the being itself. As the scientists continued their investigations, Maxwell found himself increasingly fascinated by the being's psychology. What were its thoughts, emotions, and motivations? How did it perceive the world around?